When you picture Prince William, what comes to mind? Probably the future King of England standing on a balcony, waving to a crowd, or shaking hands with diplomats in a stiff suit. We tend to think of the royal family as living in a completely different world, a royal bubble where everyone they know is a duke, a duchess, or some kind of foreign dignitary. You probably imagine his inner circle is full of people who bow every time he enters the room. But what if I told you that the Prince of Wales has a much wilder, weirder, and more surprising social life than anyone gives him credit for? We are talking about a guy who gets tackled by Oscar winners, orders curry to the palace with professional footballers, and apparently follows the biggest pop star on the planet around like a lost puppy. Today, we are popping that royal bubble. We are digging into the 6 most surprising, unexpected, and frankly bizarre friendships Prince William has kept under the radar. These aren't just stiff royal acquaintances. These are the real people he texts, jokes with, and trusts when the cameras aren't rolling. You are going to want to stick around for number 2 because I still can't believe it actually happened. Welcome back to the channel. If you love uncovering the secrets behind the crown, do me a favor right now, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Let's dive into the 6 friends of Prince William that fans never expected. Friend number 1, Eddie Redmayne. Let's start with a friendship that goes way back, long before the red carpets and the Oscars. Our first surprising friend is none other than Hollywood superstar Eddie Redmayne. You know him from Fantastic Beasts and The Theory of Everything, but Prince William knows him as just Eddie from school. Believe it or not, these two were classmates at the incredibly prestigious Eton College back in the late 90s. And they weren't just passing each other in the halls, they were actually on the same rugby team. Now, you might think playing sports with the future King of England would be intimidating, but Eddie tells a very different story. In interviews, Eddie has admitted that he actually felt sorry for William on the rugby pitch. Why? Because on the field, all royal protocol went out the window. Eddie said that every player from the opposing schools had one specific goal. They wanted to be the guy who tackled the future king. He joked that while everyone was piling on top of William to tell their grandkids they tackled a prince, Eddie and the other teammates were left completely open to run with the ball. So in a way, William was the ultimate decoy for Eddie's rugby career. They were also members of the elite school group known as Pop, which is basically the cool kids club of Eton, and they have stayed in touch over the years. They've been spotted chatting at polo matches, and you can see a genuine warmth there. It's a great reminder that before he was a global icon, William was just a student trying not to get crushed at the bottom of a rugby scrum, while his future Oscar-winning buddy stood nearby watching it happen. Friend number 2, Taylor Swift. Now, let's move to a friendship that broke the internet. If you think the royals only listen to classical music, think again. Friend number 2 is the global phenomenon Taylor Swift. This connection isn't just a polite handshake backstage. It famously exploded into public view back in 2013 at the Centerpoint Gala dinner at Kensington Palace. The event was fancy, serious, and full of wealthy donors. Jon Bon Jovi was on stage performing "Livin' on a Prayer." As the story goes, and William has actually confirmed this himself, he was sitting next to Taylor Swift watching the performance. Suddenly, Taylor turned to him, put her hand on his arm, looked him in the eye, and said, "Come on, William, let's go and sing." Now remember, this is the future king. He doesn't just jump on stage. But William later admitted in an interview that he acted like a puppy when she asked. He said he was so charmed and arguably so terrified of saying no to Taylor Swift that he just got up and followed her. The next thing the world knew, Prince William, Taylor Swift, and Jon Bon Jovi were belting out rock anthems together. Fast forward to more recently, and this friendship is still very much alive. In June 2024, during Taylor's Eras tour in London, William took Prince George and Princess Charlotte to the show for his 42nd birthday. They even took a selfie backstage that Taylor posted, which is a huge deal because royals rarely appear on celebrity social media accounts. It shows a level of comfort and fun that completely contradicts the stiff royal image. Who knew the Prince of Wales was a Swiftie? Friend number 3, Peter Crouch from pop stars to the football pitch. This next one is honestly my favorite because it is just so normal. It's the friendship between Prince William and the towering former England striker Peter Crouch. You might not expect a prince and a footballer to have much in common besides the sport, but their dynamic is hilarious. William appeared on That Peter Crouch podcast, and the chemistry was instant. They spent the entire time bantering like two guys at a pub. The highlight of this friendship has to be the famous Curry story. During the podcast recording, which took place at Kensington Palace, they actually ordered a curry from a local restaurant called Samrat. Peter Crouch joked about the delivery driver's reaction. Can you imagine being an Uber Eats driver or a restaurant delivery guy checking the address and realizing you are delivering chicken tikka masala to the front gates of Kensington Palace for the future king? William was totally relaxed about it, cracking jokes about his inability to handle spicy food. They also bonded over locker room talk. William teased Crouch about his height, and Crouch teased William about his Aston Villa fandom. It wasn't a formal interview, it was just two dads hanging out. This friendship is surprising because it breaks the class barrier that usually surrounds the royals. Peter Crouch is known for being a down-to-earth, funny guy, and seeing William keep up with the banter really showed a side of him we rarely get to see. It proves that behind the palace walls, William just wants to eat curry and talk about football like everyone else. Friend number 4, Rose Farquore. Number 4 on our list is a name you might not recognize instantly, but she holds a very special place in William's life. This is Rose Farquore. What makes this friendship surprising? Well, Rose is Prince William's ex-girlfriend. Usually when you break up with someone, especially if you are a royal, you cut ties and never look back. The media moves on, and you pretend the relationship never happened. But William and Rose have defied that rule completely. Rose was widely considered William's first serious love back in the year 2000. Right after he finished Eton. They had a summer romance that was described as innocent and tender, but instead of drifting apart, they stayed genuinely close friends for over 2 decades. How close? Well, Rose was on the guest list for William's wedding to Kate Middleton in 2011, and proving that the friendship goes both ways, William slipped away quietly to attend Rose's wedding in Gloucestershire just recently. It says a lot about William's character that he keeps his old circle tight. Rose went on to do some interesting things herself. She actually auditioned for The Voice UK back in 2016, trying to make it as a singer. It's pretty wild to think that the future King of England was probably watching a reality singing competition rooting for his ex-girlfriend. It's a very modern, mature friendship that most people wouldn't expect from a royal who is usually so guarded about his past. Friend number 5, Spencer Matthews. Okay, this one is the biggest curveball on the list. When you think of the British royal family, you definitely do not think of reality TV drama. But believe it or not, Prince William has a connection to the world of Made in Chelsea through reality star Spencer Matthews. Now, this connection comes through the Middleton side of the family. Spencer's brother, James Matthews, is married to Pippa Middleton, Kate's sister. This makes Spencer and William extended family by marriage, but they have actually spent social time together that goes beyond just family obligations. Spencer has hinted in interviews about the parties they attend together. His co-star Jamie Lang has famously joked about never being invited to these exclusive gatherings, while Spencer plays it very coy and secretive. It's hilarious to imagine Prince William, who is trained in diplomacy and statecraft, hanging out with a guy who made his name causing drama on a scripted reality show. It's surprising because Spencer Matthews is loud, controversial, and very showbiz, while William is the epitome of privacy. Yet reports suggest they get along famously at family events and private holidays. It just goes to show that when William is off duty, he's not sitting around discussing history books. He's mixing with a much more colorful crowd than we realize. Friend number 6, Cate Blanchett. Our final surprising friendship brings us back to Hollywood, but with a very different vibe. It's the Oscar-winning actress Cate Blanchett. This isn't just a meet and greet friendship, it's a working partnership that has turned into a genuine bond. They became close through the Earthshot Prize, the environmental award founded by Prince William. Cate is a council member for the prize, and they have spent quite a bit of time together championing climate solutions. Just recently in June 2025, they were spotted together visiting a textile dye factory in a very unglamorous setting. They both donned white lab coats and safety goggles, looking like two science students working on a project. The chemistry was palpable. They were laughing, joking, and comfortable with each other. At one point, when looking at a chemical sample, Cate jokingly asked, "What if it explodes?" which got a big laugh from the prince. It's surprising because Cate Blanchett is Hollywood royalty. She's incredibly cool, somewhat intimidating, and very serious about her craft. Seeing her and William geek out over science experiments shows a shared passion passion that goes deeper than just celebrity appearances. They aren't just posing for photos, they are actually working together to save the planet, and they seem to be having a lot of fun doing it. It's a friendship based on intellect and shared values, and it's fascinating to watch. So, there you have it. The rugby buddy Eddie Redmayne, the karaoke partner Taylor Swift, the Curry companion Peter Crouch, the loyal ex Rose Farquore, the reality TV connection Spencer Matthews, and the eco-warrior Cate Blanchett. It really paints a different picture of the Prince of Wales, doesn't it? He's not just a figurehead in a palace. He's a guy who loves football, bad karaoke, and keeping his old friends close, no matter who they are. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these friendships surprised you the most? Are you Team Taylor Karaoke or Team Crouch Curry? Let me know in the comments down below.